The Howard Stern Show as we know it has been on air in one form or another for over 30 years, providing some of the funniest and most dramatic moments in radio and television history. Today we're going to showcase some of these great moments in the complete Howard Stern Iceberg. I've compiled a list of 100 of the most outrageous and important moments in Stern Show history, so let's just get right into it, starting at tier 1. Up first, we've got bababooey. If you know anything about the world of Howard Stern, then you know this is the nickname for the show's producer, Gary Delabate. The name was given to Gary on the show back in 1990 when he was telling a story about his collection of animated cells where he mispronounced the name of the cartoon character bababooey.
You should see his collection of matchbook art.
What is in your collection? How many different pieces of art have you purchased?
I've only purchased one, but I'm about to purchase two more.
Which ones will you be buying?
Well, I bought... Oh, man.
When did you buy?
Well, the one I own is a Bugs Bunny and a Yosemite Sam.
And he's like really into this.
You know he's got an original Zodiac killer.
Yeah.
They do sell a lot of other types of art.
What do they got?
They sell Roger Rabbits, and they sell like
cells. You mean of Roger Rabbit?
Right, all the Hanna-Barbera stuff, which I'm thinking about dabbling in. I'm thinking about buying. I think I'm serious. No, I'm thinking about getting.
Get up a good Yogi and Boo Boo, or maybe a Wilma.
No, they sell those too, but I'm thinking about getting
a Bam Bam.
No, you ready? Quick Draw McGraw and bababooey. I'm thinking about getting.
Good. What? How do you make the final determination?
Just have to see, how much money is coming in.
How much does a Bubba Louie go for?
Those are a little bit cheaper. Quick Draw and a bababooey are about $3.25.
What do you call him?
Bababooey.
I thought it was.
Is it Baba
It's
Louie?
Bubba Louie, isn't it?
Bubba Louie.
Oh, whatever.
You call him Bubba? You're gonna hang a picture of a guy you don't even know his name? It's one thing not to know a Picasso.
Bubba Booey, he's saying.
The Moma Mama. The Mona Lisa. Bubba Booey.
Well, that's what Quick Draw used to sometimes call him, I thought.
Man.
Maybe I wasn't listening right. It was 20 years ago.
Louie is what he used to call
Bubba Booey.
Baba Louie.
The name bababooey has become so much more than just a nickname for Gary, though. It's become a phrase people yell at golf tournaments to try and distract golfers. It's been used in tons of prank calls by people like Captain Janks and various fans of the show, calling into public access programs and even live news reports.
Jim's been on the phone and we want to go to him. Jim's called in from my neck of the woods, North Carolina. Hey, Jim.
Good afternoon.
Good to hear from you, man.
I've also thought about maybe looking into, something more affordable like Howard Stern's asshole. Bababooey, 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 bababooey.
All right, thank you. Hey, there's always. He waited over an hour for that too. Oh man. Is he? Have we cut the phone line? Okay, he's gone. Hey, I can think of a lot more words that would be better to delete. Better to say.
So what originally started out as just a silly nickname that came out of a misspoken word has turned into so much more. And the phrase bababooey will no doubt be around for many years to come.
All right, now this is the first thing that bababooey's new baby will see when it comes out of its mother. As it's coming out of it, so this is the view the baby will have as Gary coaches the baby out. And you can see that tonight on the E! Network.
Baby's crawling back in.
Gary's apology tape refers to a VHS tape that was made by Gary back in the 1980s. Gary's girlfriend at the time had just broken up with him, and in order to try to win her back, he recorded himself giving an apology and professing his love for her.
Guess who? I bet you're a little surprised by this, and you'll have to excuse me because I lost my voice on Friday. It's Tuesday at 12:28 in the afternoon. I came home early from work today because I wasn't feeling that good, but I wanted to get this done, and I wanted to get it out to you. If you didn't still care about me, you'd see me. You wouldn't be afraid to see me if you still cared about me. And I think you still do care about me.
This tape was never meant to make it to the public, but in 1999, the show's staff found out about it and convinced him to let them play it on the air, and even had an on-air screening with fans live in the studio.
And now I'm going to put them down for you on videotape, so these are forever, man.
Don't do it! Don't do it! Don't do it! I'm going to put my feelings down on videotape.
Show me the money.
It's forever, baby.
Show me the money.
Off now.
This is forever.
Were you why didn't you just propose to her?
I almost do on the tape.
Really?
You'll always have these to hold against me one way or another.
We will.
Okay.
Let me start out. I feel like I'm asking your father.
Now, Howard will never get a hold of this, will he?
Marry you. I want to lay out my intentions. I want to lay out what I want. What I want from you. Well, obviously I want to go back out with you again. That goes without saying. But I mean, there's got to be more to it than that.
Condition.
The first thing that I want is I want a commitment. I want to give a commitment, and I want to have a commitment. I want to be your boyfriend. I want you to be my girlfriend. I'd dump everybody I was going out with in a second if you said you'd go back with me, and it would be just me and you.
I'm sure at the time Gary thought they would just play it once or twice and goof on him, and then it would be forgotten. But the Gary apology tape was used to make fun of him for many, many years.
This is some apology so far.
Yeah.
Here's what I want from you.
My demands.
Now, it goes without saying
It's like a terrorist.
that I want to be your boyfriend.
Not for nothing.
I want
love
you to be my girlfriend.
Right.
Okay.
Boy,
Now, I think you know that. So that goes without saying.
Without saying.
So why are you saying it?
This intentions thing is. I've been saying I've been marriage-minded for a really long time. I mean, you know how I feel about that. And I'm not asking you to marry me, certainly not by videotape, and certainly not tomorrow in person. But I would like to think.
How about not 7 years later either?
If we got back together and we became a couple again, and it was working.
He's dangling the carrot now.
Yeah.
The prize, Mrs. Delavante.
I think that's what she wanted.
Yeah.
So
I'm telling you that while I cannot get married right now, I'm dangling my big teeth in front of you.
You know, it's not an impossibility.
Now, I think what I'm saying is I'm very close. Man, you are
I'm
dangling.
very close to thinking about possibly marrying you.
Yeah.
And what he's
I still
saying
have
is
one
like,
foot out the door.
if you're very good
Yeah.
and I don't mind you, I might marry you.
Yeah, if you give me anal and oral,
I consider.
and you treat me like a king,
And help
you
pay
could
my
end
dental
up,
bill.
and help pay my dental bill.
Carry my testicles in a spoon.
Here we go.
Boy, oh boy.
Nice try.
Still got no testicles.
Somewhere off in the distant future would be, the possibility of.
Let's move forward. Monkey. Here we go.
I'm playing a little dirty, and quite frankly, I'm trying to get any edge I can to get you to listen to me.
Why is it dirty? He's playing dirty. What is he talking
Oh,
about?
he's a rough guy.
But she won't be able to
I've
resist
made
that.
a videotape.
All right, you know what? I'm going to make a videotape and play it dirty because when you see this tape, you're not going to be able to keep your eyes off of me.
That's right.
It's a magnet.
You're going to have to put it in the VCR.
You're going to get so horny when you see me on this tape. Why are you playing unfairly?
You know, I don't even remember what that.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Cheat to win.
In his mind.
Howard TV was the video production company that worked for The Howard Stern Show. It was originally started in 2006 and would take video clips from the show and produce them into a television series for the In-Demand network. Howard TV shows would include celebrity interviews.
Who was your best interview?
Now.
Who was the best? Who was the best interview that you had?
You would have been if you could have been, and might have.
Terrible interview.
Wacky stunts performed by Richard and Sal.
Let's get it over with.
Come on.
Get on your knees, Richard.
Am I laying
Pull
down?
your pants down. Artie can't see.
I gotta hug somebody.
Yeah, I gotta get a good view.
Oh, no, is he doing it?
Go, get it over with, quick.
Wait,
Go.
Wait a minute. Somebody's got to time it.
I got to set the clock.
I'm gonna puke, Howard.
Well, whatever.
Let
Let me
$5
see.
grand.
Do we have the clock up? All right. I have the clock here. Does
If you
anyone have a
puke, it's
timer?
$4 grand.
A timer?
I have a timer.
Then you mark. You have a timer, Fred?
I do have
Give
a timer.
us a 10-second count.
Okay.
A countdown to 3, 2, 1.
I'll count you down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Come on. Keep licking.
I can't believe he's doing this.
Oh my God!
10 seconds.
Is that it?
That's it.
Richard just licked Sal.
The gayest moment in the history.
Game shows featuring the Wack Pack and other random guests.
I mean, who even knows if Gary the retard really gambles here in Vegas? But we're about to play a game. And this is a great game. Each one of us, myself, Gary, Robin, Artie, and Stuttering John, and Fred, are all going to put up money, $200 apiece. And we're going to let you guys play blackjack. Beetlejuice, your spot's over there. All right. Beetlejuice doesn't know how to put his money down on the table. Okay, Beetlejuice. And Gary, put down your money. How much you want to bet?
Right there.
Right on there. All right. He bet $100.
Nice bet.
And the dealer begins to deal.
Come on, baby, give it.
High pitch Eric has a 3. Gary the retard gets an ace.
Yes.
Yeah, Beetlejuice is out of this deal. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't want you to waste your own money. Good. All right. And Nikki keeps it down. Okay. An 8 and a 3 for high pitch Eric. We're not going to tell him what to do. A 9 and an ace for Gary the retard. And a 6 for the dealer. Now, high pitch Eric, you have an 8 and a 3. What do you want to do?
I'm going to take a hit.
You're going to take a hit. All right. He gets a 3. You have an 8, a 3, and a 3.
I'm staying.
You're going to stay with that. All right. Very good. Gary the retard, you have an ace and a 9. What do you want to do?
That's kind of hard to discussion.
What?
I said it's kind of discussion. I'm trying to think.
You're trying to think. It's a tough decision.
Yes.
The dealer has a 6. You have an ace and a 9.
This is one of the hardest hands to figure out.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Fred and Artie are banking on you to make the right decision. They've given you their money and your trust.
Yeah.
An ace and a 9. What do you want to do?
Stay.
You want to stay or you want to hit?
Hit.
You want to hit?
Hit.
All right.
One hit.
All right. He wants a hit on an ace and a 9.
Hit. Come on. Give me a good card.
He got a 5.
Stay.
You want to stay? No, well, let's talk it over. You had a 20, but
Right.
now, unfortunately, you have a 15.
He keeps ruining his hands.
So what do you want to do? You want to stay or you want to hit?
Stay.
You want to stay. You sure?
Yes.
All right. He wants to stay with a 15. The dealer has a 6. She turns over her card. 6 and a 5 is an 11. She has 11. She turns over her card. She gets a 10. It's 21. And we have 2 losers. 2 losers.
And a whole bunch of other behind-the-scenes video that we wouldn't have been able to otherwise see without Howard TV.
All right, well, I'm going to jump right in because we got some burning questions here. How do you feel about Occupy Wall Street?
Well, Wall Street? I've been doing it for 10 years. Everybody knows that.
You've been doing Occupy Wall Street for 10 years?
Oh, yeah, 10 years. A lot of people knows that.
What were you doing down there?
Well, people live down there.
Yeah.
People can do what they want. People live down there. People live there. People have houses there. People do what they want because they live on the land. That's what they do.
So they're protesting to make the money?
They want to make their money. They make their money. Some do, some don't.
What do you suggest the people who don't make the money should do?
Well, they should have an office. That's what they should do.
Go get an office.
Build an office and do something.
That's a good point. Build an office. That would help.
Unfortunately, in September of 2013, Howard announced that the Howard TV production company would be terminated in December, much to the surprise and disappointment of the staff, who were only given about 3 months' notice to find new jobs.
It sort of happened on the air, where it was sort of a mistake made, where the announcement was made on the air before the staff actually knew. Sort of a misstep there. And without getting into the minutia, there was a miscommunication was the excuse. But yeah, that was strange. And then it just sort of ended, and it was strange. It was a weird way to end after such a long time with so many people that were so committed and loyal and dedicated to the show. Whatever. You just move on.
Robin's news was a small part of the show, but it was loved by many. In the last hour or so of the show, Robin would take about 10 or 20 minutes to go over the news stories for the day.
In Romania, Howard, prisoners are hammering nails into their skulls to avoid hard labor and get into the hospital. They say it's the recent fashion. One of the doctors testifies that he operated on his 17th case already.
Wow.
And usually the guys are under the age of 25, so it's a young prisoner thing.
Young guy.
Fred would almost always interrupt her with loud music and sound drops just as she was about to speak, making something that would otherwise just be boring reading of the news into something a little more exciting. For some reason, in recent years, Robin gradually phased out her news segment. Nobody really knows why, but Robin's news is certainly missed by Stern Show fans to this day. Oh my. The now famous phrase often uttered by Star Trek cast member and Howard Show guest announcer George Takei.
Oh my.
George's first appearance on the show as a guest was in 1990 to promote a Broadway play he was working on. But after hearing his deep voice, Howard decided to bring him on as a guest announcer. He would put his deep voice to work doing ad reads for commercials, intros for the show, and various other things.
George, please, if you would. Hello. Hello. This is George Takei with a reminder to all potential rapists. I'll be strolling the southwestern perimeter of Central Park tonight from 11:30 to 1 a.m. You're listening to The Howard Stern Show.
But what wasn't expected at the time was how George would become a comedic fixture for the show. He ended up being so much more than just a guest announcer, and his banter with Artie made for some great Stern Show moments.
Maybe George tried to kiss you. Let him kiss you, Artie.
On the cheek you can kiss me. You went on the lips, I'd be cheating on Brad. Anyway.
The openly gay George would often talk about his personal life with his husband Brad and his sexual escapades in his younger years.
George Takei and Brad. George, when your partner orgasms, this is what we asked George, where does the sperm go?
When I have an orgasm.
No, when George has the orgasm, where does the sperm
end up? It goes in me.
Where in you?
I think that's a clear enough answer, Howard.
Does it go... all you will say is be truthful.
In my mouth.
Well, let's hold up the sign,
George,
and sure enough, there it is, the mouth. You got it right. And, of course, you run into the bathroom and spit it out, and then gargle. We got the whole detail. Brad, congratulations. I'd spit it out, too.
Thank you for that.
He would also participate in various stunts and game show segments on the show, revealing that even in his 70s and into his 80s, he still had the sexual appetite that he did when he was in his 20s.
George, it's very nice.
Now, let's see.
Oh, my goodness.
Well,
You guys want to take this in a back room?
I thought you were going to... Oh, you just want me to feel like this. I want to feel it absolutely, yes.
Oh, my. Oh, my.
How does it feel?
Well,
it's all scrunched up.
Yes, it's scrunched up. It's not
take it out,
14 inches, but there's
not
enough substance
What the fuck are we
there.
doing?
I don't know what we're doing, Artie.
Oh my God!
George, it's like you're milking a cow.
It's still like half of it is still inside.
You want some help? You're not sorry.
This is the worst day in the history of the show.
I see you were tugging on it, but...
Oh my, you really are endowed.
Trust me, ain't seen nothing yet.
You know, with this protrusion right here, it's kind of intrusive, isn't it?
Why don't you guys make out?
Seriously.
Well, we've got Will holding this
you know what?
black thing.
I'd rather kiss George than a lot of women.
Oh, whoa.
Oh, this is some bachelor party.
What the... You had garlic for breakfast this morning.
No, I didn't. No.
What
I actually had Listerine.
It didn't taste like it.
Garlic
Listerine?
I tasted it. Can you do that?
I used to, from age 10 to 18.
What could he do?
You used to sick yourself.
Yeah, I can't do
That's
anymore.
how you got it
back.
so long.
It's possible.
Listen, I'm leaving.
You like him, George, huh?
Your pecs are...
Thank you.
Church, what happened to Brad?
Are you going to break up with Brad? I mean,
actually,
you had to remind me. Yes, you're bringing me back to reality.
Was that a thrill for you?
The Jackie chair refers to the seat in which one of the show's comedy writers, Jackie Martling, used to sit. Jackie was a member of the show from 1982 until 2001.
So bad now.
Yeah, you're so immature. Our relationship is hanging on a thread.
I'm immature.
You're right. You're so immature about your wife.
Sit over there and pine.
God. Be quiet. What's the matter with you? Stupid ass.
Jackie would feed Howard jokes during the show. A lot of the one-liners you would hear from Howard throughout the broadcast were actually written by Jackie, and Howard would use them as he saw fit.
I even hear that John, who has no money, has a nicer house than Jackie.
He does. It's a nice house. Yeah.
It's like a house.
The only house that's an enigma to me, Howard, is Jackie's third house.
Yeah.
He's got this third house. I don't know why he bought it.
I don't get it either.
I have a theory on that.
All right, what's the theory?
But why not invest in one nice house and consolidate?
There were some really nice houses in Babe.
I'm sure.
I mean, like really.
But you know, I think Jackie is afraid to look like a winner to all the loser friends he has.
Yeah, how's he going to invite him to that house?
Yeah, and then they'll all be jealous. He doesn't want them jealous.
But if you took all three of his mortgages,
right? It's gonna have a nice house.
It's got to be
what?
Jeez, I mean, I don't know. He's never told me.
$500,000?
I'd say way more than that.
Sure. Yeah,
I would
mean,
think.
Definitely. Yeah.
It's stupid.
Because there was a big article about the town that Jackie lives in that was in the paper this weekend that just says that the real estate value of that town has gone up so much recently because people buy summer homes there, and it's just a nice town.
I mean, I'm guessing Jackie's never told me, but I bet you if you put those three mortgages together, it would be enough for like $1 million house.
It was in the 750 region, I would guess.
Wow.
But Jackie once did tell me, I think when he first got the houses, you know, Jokeland is next to a house that he rents, and I think someday the master plan
is to get all of them and string them together.
Jackie's 50. Why not enact a master plan now?
I think the master plan was, I think at one point,
he's saving for his death.
Because it would make sense maybe if all the houses were together.
All right, here's the reason. Jackie's so cheap that he'll only buy little things at a time, and he has that monopoly mentality. Like,
well, even when he vacations, you know, it's been a real tug to get him to upgrade the way he vacations.
Right.
Jackie's way
got to always be with sandals.
He's way too wealthy to be going to sandals.
Right.
Jackie was fired in 2001 when he couldn't come to an agreement during his contract negotiations. He wanted more money, asking for $1 million per year for his salary, and Howard said they just couldn't afford to give it to him, and he was fired soon thereafter.
If you think you're going to stifle my entire life, you might as well fire me right now.
Stifle your entire life?
Yeah, I call it, this is a guy that I met, and I was stuck for a way to try and get a vacation.
The guy that you met is also a business associate who we've cultivated.
In your stupid life, you never had it together to ask somebody for a favor. You might have made a friend and might have known somebody.
This is the
and might have got laid.
This
and
is
might
the
not
flaw.
be the angry bastard
This is the
you
flaw
are.
of Jackie Martling's personality.
There is no flaw. The flaw is that you have no personality.
This is the flaw. You don't know how to conduct
yourself
in
business. Call the guy on the
business.
phone. Get the guy on the phone right now.
He will never say it. No, I will not get the guy on the phone because I don't want to bother him. He was saying of course he's going to say he's happy to do it.
He's going to lie and say he's happy to do it.
Jackie, why did he do it for you?
I said if it's any hassle, he said, hey, it's a no-brainer. It's one phone call. No problem.
The Jackie Chair, as it became known, had a number of guests fill in the spot, including Jim Florentine, Doug Stanhope, Jeff Ross, and many others. The Jackie Chair was eventually filled in permanently by Artie Lang in 2001, who became the new writer for the show, and he would essentially have the same job that Jackie did, feeding Howard jokes through the show and providing comedic input.
I have been invited to speak at the Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
You're kidding.
Well, you're an alumni.
What are you, the graduation speaker?
Well, I don't know what the hell's going to go on, but it's only a 2-month course. But
are you going to do it?
Oh, yeah, because I said to Doug, would you be into that? He's like, yeah, so for Howard TV, it'd be funny.
That's great.
You know, I went in June of '87. It's 20 years.
Yeah.
So I graduated in June of '87. So I'm going to get the details and I'll go.
You're probably their most successful alumni.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
Who else is there?
I'd been on the show for.
Who knew a court-ordered visit?
Absolutely.
To the Connecticut School of Broadcasting would turn out their most successful alumni.
He enrolled to stay out of jail.
I mean, the only way this guy got out of jail was to go to Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
This is, and again, this story is obviously a compliment to you and Robin and Fred and everybody, but this guy, I had been on your show for about 6 months, and I went to do a set of stand-up at this comedy club down the shore, and a kid who I was in my class was just at this point in his life trying to get into stand-up. He came up, he introduced himself to me, and I said, yeah, I sort of remember you, man. He goes, dude, you're on the Howard Stern show. And I go, yeah, I know. He goes, you remember we were in a radio class together. You're on the Howard Stern show. And I go, yeah. He's like saying it that slowly. And he goes, is there a statue of you outside the
Why did the judge decide that you needed to go to...
The judge didn't. The lawyer, my probation officer did. Oh, God. You want to talk about my videotaping sections of my life, but I got convicted. You know, I got arrested and convicted, and they put me on probation, and my probation officer
Which charge was this? Was this coke?
No. This was when attempted bank robbery.
Oh, okay.
It all goes back to the bank.
At court, it got dropped to a misdemeanor disorderly conduct. So I get a year probation. No, I think I got 2 years probation.
What a life. That poor mother of yours deserves a mink coat or
Yeah,
something.
but she looks as good as she does. She should be.
Believe me, she's got enough. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, he takes care of her.
So I go to a probation officer, this black guy in Newark, and I'm in line with all the other people, just a bunch of losers.
You have to sit in that room and wait to be called.
Oh,
bunch
God.
of losers.
That's happened 3 other which I fit right in.
Yeah.
It happened 3 other times. So they give me my community service. My community service was cleaning up, rappers outside the Union County
You
Courthouse.
had that stick?
In Elizabeth. I had an orange vest, the loser orange vest, and a fucking stick. And my buddies, my sadistic friends, would come by and throw White Castle wrappers all over the lawn and go, loser, pick that up. Like, they would throw Howard, they would throw double cheeseburgers at me. And the maintenance guys, the janitors who all had attitudes like Scott the engineer, only worse.
Right.
Union guys, I'm free work. They don't have to work. Like, you're doing this, you're doing that. And the first day of work
they boss you around, the janitors?
Oh, boss me around. They tortured me. My life was in their hands. If they write a bad report, I'm fucked.
Oh, my goodness.
And so I had to do 25 hours. The first day I show up at St. St. Patrick's Day. They're all loaded. My God, it's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and the foreman was this black guy.
He's in charge.
The head janitor was this black guy with like suspenders on and freckles, and he was ossified drunk. And he had a green plastic derby on.
I'd be like
They
that.
like wrapped around his neck. They all had all green and and then he's like looking at me and goes, "What you here for?" And I go, "I'm the community service guy." I go, "Oh shit, get outside. I'm a little fucked up right now."
The Wack Pack is a group of, let's say, unique individuals that have become a major part of the Stern Show over the years.
Prostitutes.
Yeah, what do you know about prostitutes?
What I know about prostitutes, I had one from Vegas, and she came up for 2 weeks, and I had the best time with her that you could ever imagine it is.
Now, what do you mean schizophrenic? You have multiple personality disorder?
Yes, I have multiple.
What does the matter, Artie?
Artie's having a fit.
Artie, you're going to be one of the judges. What are you doing?
Oh, Jesus, I think I've already won now.
I want to go get drunk with this guy.
Now, what does it mean schizophrenic?
What it means is I got more personalities in me than you can ever imagine, even on your head.
Wow.
Schizophrenia doesn't mean that.
In the late 1980s and early 1990s, there were a few weird fans of the show, like Crazy Alice, Ass Napkin Ed, and John the Stutterer, who would call into the show or actually be on-air guests occasionally.
Celebrity, you have to be careful.
I know. I have.
You know, you're a celebrity now. You got to be careful. You're lucky the guy didn't videotape you like Frank Gifford.
You better call.
Wait a minute.
What is it, Gary?
You know, it's funny. I mean, and Fred, you know I like you and stuff. And
I know,
we never
it's good for the show.
and we never goofed on the way you talk. But I'd love to meet the guy who just only heard him, didn't see him, and decided he had sex with him.
Well, I'm sure he knew him from the show.
That's right. It was a celebrity thing.
Right.
Enough.
So what happened? You were with the guy sexually, and you didn't like it?
Not that I didn't like it. It was an experience.
Right.
It was okay. I'm not banging my head against the wall.
How's your butt?
Nothing like that.
What? Nothing like that?
No.
Did you do anything?
Not really.
Who did what?
Mostly him, mostly.
He mostly did it?
Yeah.
Mostly.
What is it called?
These crazy and weird fans would eventually officially become known as the Wack Pack in 1990 and would be an essential part of the show.
Hey, everyone. Jeff the Drunk here. Ball's heavy.
Jeff, you ready to do this?
I'm ready.
Yeah, you look great, by the way, kid. Your challenge today, Jeff, is you must bowl blindfolded and knock down more than 3 pins.
Sure. I can do that, motherfucker, with the one ball.
All right, there he is, a very confident Jeff the Drunk. We have to blindfold him here, ladies. Put a blindfolder on Jeff. And he's going to look to knock down 3 pins. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. It's okay. Hold on. No. She has to blindfold you.
Yeah, I know.
No. Hold on. Don't bowl yet. Don't worry about it. We got you.
Standing where I usually.
I got you. Put that thing on. Put that thing on Jeff before he actually throws the ball down the lane. Here we go. Yeah, I don't know if I would have done that. Okay, great. Yep. Here he is with a chance to win $100. Jeff the Drunk needs to knock down at least 3 pins. A lovely fire. Putting the blindfold on as we speak. Jeff looks to be ready to go for a chance at $100.
All right, Jeff trying to bowl here blindfolded.
That
didn't work. God, that didn't work. I think I did better than that when I bowled.
I'm sorry, buddy.
I got 2 balls, bitch.
Oh, you got 2 balls. You're right. You got 1 more coming.
Asshole.
Yeah, bitch and asshole.
Don't fuck.
Right. Okay, great. Boy, I'm glad I'm the host of this show. I'm rooting for you. You guys rooting for Jeff to win this money? It's $100. Put that blindfold on fire because, he may cheat here. We don't want. There you go. Jeff the Drunk for $100.
All right, Jeff readying for his next one.
And here he goes for a chance to win $100.
All right, here's Jeff's next shot. The blindfold slightly off his face.
Wait a minute. I think he can see on that shot. That's not right. He's going to win the big money!
Well, regardless, look at that.
Congratulations! That's a lot of Bacardi, baby.
Over the years, more and more members would join the Wack Pack. Some embraced the title of being a Wack Pack member, like Crackhead Bob and Bigfoot.
Featuring the new lead singer, Crackhead Bob. Look for the tour this fall.
Daddy-dum-dum-dum. Daddy-dum-dum.
while others, like Eric the actor, hated being included in the group.
I gotta say, Eric, you know, I'm the one guy on the show who loves you, but I think I'm at the breaking point. I have had it.
What did he do?
Oh, he's such a pain in my ass. Eric, I got everybody here coming to me about you. Let's just forget it.
No, I took that fucking test. I sat there for an hour and a half taking that test. I have the right to the results here and now.
You heard the first IQ test on the air. I told you, we find out the results on the air. If you can't go along with the game and you're going to ruin it, you just ruin everything. I've tried my hardest to make you part of the crowd. You can't go with the flow. You're just too difficult for me. I don't want to deal with it anymore. Let's be done with each other.
No.
He won't even let you go.
Let me off the hook with you. I know you took the IQ test. Thanks for being a good sport. Part of the fun is to find out on the air. Why in God's name would we give you the results ahead of time? What possible fun would that be for you to find out privately? The fun is for you to find out on the air.
Because if you don't like the results, you're not going to let us have them.
I mean, you've been listening to this show a long time. You don't even seem to understand the show and the male camaraderie involved.
He doesn't care. He always wants things his way. He doesn't care whatever else is going on.
That's what I mean. Eric, we're done with each other, okay?
He's not
no hard
playing
feelings.
in this game. He's got his own game.
Yeah, let's end it.
Wait a fucking minute.
Over the years, many members of the Wack Pack have died from complications from their ailments, and not many new members have been added to the list as of recent. But luckily for us, we still have quite a few of them still around, providing occasional comedy for the show, even though they really haven't been featured as much in recent years.
Right here is your 2 Metallica tickets that I promised you.
Okay.
They're very good seats from what I heard. That's what Fafa Fui told me. Of course, we got to do something to win those tickets, don't we?
Okay.
All right, buddy.
Can't just give them to him.
All right. There's nothing more in this world we'd rather see than you taking off that toupee.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
Yes.
What we've agreed to do is Richard's going to play a song on your naked ass.
Okay.
He's going to drum on your naked ass. Just tell us what song it is. I'll tell you what. Give me, I was going to say 2 out of 3. Give me 2 out of 5, and you don't have to pull the toupee off, okay?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, the pants are coming down.
Yeah,
it is a little bit gay.
You're not kidding.
Yeah, all right, go ahead. Now, Richard, he's going to get over your lap, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Jeez.
No,
there you go. That's fine. Go ahead. He did it. It was just a little shocking. That's all. Now, Richard, Bobo, is he heavy on your lap?
No, not really.
I weigh 194 and a half.
Yeah, luckily he's in pretty good shape.
It's almost like when your mom takes your temperature rectally.
Like a big baby.
Bobo, how's that feel to be
humiliating?
Humiliating. All right.
Oh, my
Should I slide a finger up in
Just
there?
want everybody to know I'm all man.
Bobo in that position with that mullet right now. Is that the cover of Loser magazine or what?
It's a new magazine, Loser. Special guest Bobo.
Loser Illustrated.
Bobo's the cover boy.
Here you go. All right,
Wow.
well, Bobo,
So
you didn't win.
Oh, man.
It's time.
I have so many
to pay
songs
the
in my
piper.
head.
Well, Bobo, unfortunately, you don't have hair on your head, and now it's time to see.
Yeah, moment of truth.
This is an unveiling. Come on.
I want to see how hard it is for him to pull that thing off. Like, what goes into it?
What happened there? What happened?
Here we go.
No, they do it.
Oh, then don't do
put
it.
Stuff on it.
I almost don't want
you
him to
didn't
do
bring
it.
any?
Should we get him a chisel?
He can't even get the fucking thing off.
What
Hold it.
stuff
Stop.
did they put on?
Bobo, I'm worried about you.
Yeah, we don't want him to scalp himself.
Yeah, don't hurt yourself.
He's
Bobo.
faking it. He's faking.
He is?
No, I'm not.
Oh, it's coming off. It's coming off.
Go slow, Bobo.
Easy done.
Oh, my God!
Oh, he's really bald.
Oh, my God!
Wait, stop,
Take it
stop.
easy. Take it easy.
Hey, easy, don't hurt yourself. Let me look. You know what, Bobo?
That looks better.
You could lose the
Put
rug.
it on, right?
No.
The move to Sirius marked a huge milestone for the Howard Stern Show. For over 20 years, the show was aired on regular terrestrial radio with very strict rules in regards to language and content.
It's going to take me a while to get up to speed because I've been so edited and so dejected and so put down by the government for the last 15 years. I started getting fined in 1987.
And now it's time to get back to being funny and having a good time and not have to worry and look over my shoulder at me.
Excellent. We look forward to it.
After dealing with the struggles of censorship for many years, Howard finally struck a deal with a new satellite radio company called Sirius Satellite Radio and made the move in January of 2006.
With the move to Sirius, I think it's going to be a lot more fun and a lot more naked girls in the studio.
This move to satellite allowed Howard to use as much profanity as he wanted, have deep sexual conversations on air, and act out many raunchy and disgusting bits without fear of legal action or censorship. Some of the best years of the show took place after the move to satellite radio. It gave Howard the freedom to have his show be exactly the way he wanted with no restrictions on his creative process.
Honey, let me see those boobs. I got to see what Dr. Calabro did. I got to see what this man did to you. Man's a genius. Let me see. Oh, those are nice. Oh, you see, those are nice. Now that's nice. Some of the girls make you go too big, Calabro.
I love
Yeah, you know, she put a little pressure on that she wanted them bigger.
You would have looked like a freak.
I know you said before when I was on the show, you're like, no, there'll be bowling balls.
Some of the best years of the show took place after the move to satellite radio. It gave Howard the freedom to have his show be exactly the way he wanted with no restrictions on his creative process.
Rifle you're holding. You get to hit your husband in the ass.
A rifle?
I think my balls are still there, dude.
This is a rifle.
Oh, fuck.
Be careful about your balls.
Yeah, I'm going to push the jock strap back because my balls are still hanging
Sal
down.
is on his knees. I think there are pictures on howardstern.com of what's going on right now with our new player. All right. You ready, Sal?
Not really. This is scary as hell.
For every hit you get 500. For every miss, nothing.
Now we can count.
Bullseye. For Gary.
Oh, my God, that hurts.
With the success of the Howard Stern Show on Sirius, the company bought out its only competitor, XM Satellite Radio, in 2008, which became the biggest merger in radio history.
Yeah. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a live show right here at SiriusXM. Yes, the two companies that merged. They said it never could happen, and yet it did.
The $3.3 billion deal would have never happened without the success of the Howard Stern Show.
I think I'm probably a little too desperate to be successful.
You are successful.
Yeah, but I told you.
A contract for $500 million over 5 years.
That will never mean a thing to me. I will never feel successful.
Howard, you've had a successful book, a successful movie, successful DVD, a successful radio program, #1 in I don't know how many markets. You've changed morning radio. And now you're going to satellite radio for $500 million over the next 5 years. You're not successful?
When you put it that way, of course, that seems successful. But when I'm up at 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm sitting and creating these 2 new channels, there's a fire in me that says, oh my God, I can't disappoint that audience, regardless of what they pay me. And maybe that's why I get paid a lot of money. When you hire me, you hire a nut who is going to work 24 hours a day for you and never, ever burn his audience.
Who Me refers to what is arguably the greatest Wack Packer in the history of the Howard Stern Show, Lester Green, also known as Beetlejuice.
I do what I want. I'm the manager. I do what I have to do.
Have you ever boxed at all in the ring? Yeah.
Yeah, about 10 years ago.
Did you really? And would you box Cabby? You saw him fight.
Yeah, I see Cabby box. I can box Cabby too.
Really?
You could take Cabby, you think?
Really?
Yeah.
Could you box Stuttering John?
Me? Yeah, I'll box him. Yeah.
Would you fight Hank the Dwarf?
Me? Yeah, he's scared of me.
He is.
He better be scared of me.
He doesn't want a piece of you, huh?
He's scared of me.
Will you knock his knees out? If
Me?
Yeah.
I'll knock him out in a minute.
Really? Really?
10 rounds, me? Yeah, I'll knock him out.
Right, you. You will do that?
Yeah, I'm very strong, dude. I got a clear head. When I'm drunk, I got a clear head.
Even when you're drunk?
When I'm drunk, yeah. I take it like a man.
Well, why do you have a Band-Aid on your chin? Yeah, you.
Me?
Me. I mean, you.
You. Me?
Yeah, you.
I can take it like a man.
Yeah, but what about that
I can take a punch like a man.
Beetlejuice is a little person who first appeared on the show way back in 1990. He was a guest on the show with his friend Frank the Dwarf, and Howard and the staff were immediately intrigued by his unique appearance and his personality.
All right. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice, what's your story? Where
did you come from?
Are you an entertainer or?
Yeah.
You are. Where can we see someone like you? You have a very tiny head.
I got a big head.
Yeah, you got a small head.
I got a head that's large.
You think it's large? I think it's a small head.
Yeah.
It's a small head.
Remember that movie, Beetlejuice?
Yeah.
I did that.
All right.
Angel does.
Oh, the dwarf is drunk. I can tell that.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Beetlejuice got his name because he has an abnormally small head, which resembles a scene in the horror comedy movie Beetlejuice, where the actor's head gets shrunken down much smaller than normal.
What are you doing? Hey, stop it! Hey, you're messing up here! Come on! Whoa!
Beetlejuice has had many appearances over the years, and he usually shows up in style, wearing funny costumes, making him look even more outrageous than he normally does. Some of the funniest moments in Stern Show history are those when Beetlejuice was a guest.
Good to see you, Beetlejuice. Senator.
Wow.
Is it catching on, this Senator for Beetlejuice thing?
Yeah. I'm Beetlejuice, baby.
That's right, Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice for Santa. Beetlejuice for Santa.
A pint-sized, shrunken-head black man with a mission.
I want to get hot with the woman. I'm a badass man. I got a big head and I got a big-ass penis. I'm 87 years old. I weigh 280 pounds. You fuck with me, you die. Paying people in New York $1 million. They paid $24 in taxes. I can pay and I can get laid. I just dangerous shit you never seen me do it before.
He's contributed to many great segments, including his in-depth interviews, as well as more comedic performances like prank calls and his legendary music. One thing's for sure, everyone loves Beetlejuice.
How you doing, Beat?
Not much.
Haven't seen you in a while. Where you been?
Working out.
Working out.
Look, you're handsome.
Give me a smile.
Thank you.
Look at those teeth. Now, let me ask you about those teeth. You were missing teeth for a while. Do they drill them right into your head, or can you pull them out?
I can pull them out.
You can?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Oh, no.
Ugh. Wow. Are you sure they're supposed to come out?
Oh, wow. Look at that. They come right out.
That's amazing. They look really good.
And someone told me also that you lose your cell phone all the time, that you buy one new cell phone a week.
I got a new cell phone. I got it in my pocket.
Where do you?
I got it right here.
When you but you're losing one a week. It's got.
I don't lose them once a week. I still got it.
Yeah, but someone said.
I traded it in. That's why.
Oh, you're trading them in every week?
Yeah.
Who do you call on this cell phone?
Me?
Yeah.
Nobody.
Nobody.
Why do you have a phone?
Me? Yes, I call a couple of my friends.
Oh, you
Who do you call?
A couple of my friends.
Who, Bob
Name
Levy?
them.
Sometimes I call them once in a while.
Yeah, and you know their numbers, and you know how.
Oh, he calls me and I calls him.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know how to dial the phone and all that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I does.
What is your diet now?
My diet is over like 250 grand.
No. What I'm saying is, what is your What do you eat? Like, what'd you have this morning?
This morning I have I don't know.
I heard that you'll
think.
put like 11 pieces of bacon on your plate.
Most of the time I does it.
Yeah. You know, Richard Christie told me one time. Richard Christie, you know, they do comedy shows together. He said one time he couldn't find anyone to drink with at like 6 o'clock in the morning. Richard Christie has
But Richard Christie, he drinks like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. So he said to me, I had no one to drink with. He says, I knocked on Beetlejuice.
He's all bombed up 3 o'clock in the morning.
He said Beetlejuice was the only one who would drink with him at 6 in the morning. And you said,
Me?
yeah.
Me?
I love drinking with Beetle because he really opens up and talks like a regular guy. Like, we have regular conversations. He complains about life at home. About,
what does he complain about?
Just about other kids, I guess, and stuff like that. What do you complain about, Beetle?
Me? I never complain about nothing.
Bullshit. You always complain.
If I was bullshitting, then you wouldn't know. You wouldn't be there.
Come on, Beat.
Hey, Beat.
If you wouldn't have been that miles, I would have been killed your ass.
Hey, Beat, do you think Richard Christie is gay?
I don't know.
You don't know.
I have a nice ass. You want to see it?
Nobody want to see your ugly ass.
Look.
Look at that thing.
Oh,
Something wrong.
Show me your ass. Beat, who has a nicer ass, Richard or me?
All right, you
Your
judge.
guys just fucking morons.
Beetle.
Look at this. Whoa.
Get your ass out of here.
Whose ass is nicer?
Nobody ain't got no ass. Disgusting little fox. That is.
Every time Sal puts his ass in Beat's face.
And there you have it. That's all for Tier 1 of the complete Howard Stern Iceberg. If you made it this far, I really do appreciate it, and if you took a second to click the like button, that would be amazing. A lot of work went into this series, and I thank all of you for watching, liking, and leaving positive comments. You can follow me on all social media platforms at Iceberg Docs if you want to stay updated and connect with me, and you can now become a channel member on YouTube or a Patreon, where you'll get benefits like discounts on merch, video shoutouts, and early access to my docs before they release on YouTube. Again, I thank each and every one of you for your support and for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.